Hello, YouTube. Happy Tuesday. And welcome back to the channel. So on Two for Tuesday, we're going to sidestep business credit a little bit. I mean, we may segue into it, but today we're going to talk about life. Life can be very interesting at times. So you start off as a little kid or crumb snatcher or whatever you were called when you were a child. And you had great times. You probably played Nintendo or had yourself an Xbox or a PlayStation or even an Atari. How many of you guys know about Atari? However, then you got older. You went to junior high school, and you graduated. And your family and friends brought you balloons and everybody celebrated. You took the pictures with the diploma and such. And some of you went to college. Some of you didn't have the opportunity to go to college. Some of you tried to go to college and didn't work out. And you got some student loans. Well, that in itself is a whole nother video. But let's talk to the people that maybe college didn't work out for, which is a larger percentage, ironically, of our population here in America. You went to college, you got the student loans, but you didn't finish. So now you try to get a job. And you know, without a degree, it gets really difficult to find a well-paying job. Now, you can get a warehouse job, right, and work very long hours, and they have really strange hours, and get paid very little money. Well, I'm going to give you guys a little hot tip. Warehouse jobs, or any job as a matter of fact, there's two sides of the business. There's the production side of the business, and there's the operation side of the business. Now, if you try to move your way up through the production side of the business and get promoted, you'll have to become a team lead, and after a few years of doing that, you may get promoted to like a lead 2 or lead 3, and then ultimately you become a supervisor, and then maybe like a department manager or something. Well, I'm going to give you guys a hot tip. That's like the long way. It's working your way up through the production side of the business. You can actually move up faster in a company on the operational side of the business. Well, how do you accomplish that if you don't have a college degree? It's called certifications, guys. Certifications are a very effective way to get skills, and they're highly respected. But certifications are a way to get skills, and you get certified. You actually get a printed certification that shows you are skilled and highly skilled in whatever subject matter you study. I'm going to give you guys a little more of my background. See, I went to college. I was one of the many hundreds of thousands and millions of Americans that went to college. I studied business administration, but life circumstances happened. I wasn't able to finish. But what I did is I went and got certified in quality management. And because of the certifications that I have in quality management, allowed me to make a six-figure income a year without having a college degree. That's right. You can do the same. Just look in whatever area you're seeking to get employed in and seek to get certified. They'll take you a long way. Now you're making the money. What do you do with it? Well, you have to know how to manage it properly. And sometimes we're not taught, a lot of times we're not taught how to manage our money or how to pay our bills. Well, as simple as this, when you look at the FICO score, there's 5 elements that make up the FICO score. I'm not going to go through all 5, but I'm going to focus on the one. There's one that makes up 35% of your FICO score. By the way, top FICO score is no longer 850, it's now 900. So just paying your bills a certain way, by the way, stop using that debit card on the personal side. Use the credit card. It's kind of like what I teach with business credit. Same principle. Use your credit cards the same way as you would use your debit cards. And then when the bill comes, most people say pay 30% or leave a 30% of the balance on the card. If you leave 3% of the total balance on the card, meaning everything that you use that month, you only leave 3% showing on the card. By the way, there's 2 statements that are available or that pertain to your credit card limit. One is called the due date, and one is called the statement date. You want to get in the habit of paying your bills on the statement date. Typically, they're 15 days before the bill is actually due to be paid. But call your credit card company and ask them, hey, when is my statement date? That's the date that the statement actually comes out. Find out when the statement date and pay down to 3% of whatever your limit is. Only show 3%. Now, back in the day, when I first started this in 2003, you could have credit cards and not use them and just sit on them. They're kind of like an emergency break glass plan. Well, new laws have come out where if you're not exercising the card, they'll close the account. Kind of makes accounting sense on the side of the banks. But now you have to exercise them. So you're exercising the card. And by the way, if you're paying on the statement date and you're paying everything that you use down to 3%, you can actually max the card out. That's what I do. I'll max the card out. And after I max the card out, let's say I have a $500 transaction. I'll use my credit card, and then I'll take the cash out of the account and pay the $500 down. Now the $500 is back available on the credit card. I can do that multiple times before the statement comes out. And when the statement date comes out, I'll pay the bill down to the 3%. I only want 3% to show on my credit every month. What does that do? If 35% of a 900 FICO score is affected by your credit utilization, do the math. 35% of 900. That's how many points you see raise or increase on your FICO score when you reduce your credit utilization down to an overall 3%. Now, how this is calculated, it's not calculated on installment loans. i.e. your car payments, student loans and such. FICO score is calculated based upon revolving credit cards. So you want to keep your overall, if you have 5 credit cards, you want to keep that overall credit utilization to no more than 3%. Yes, I know they say 30%. 3% is the magic number. Okay? So, dropped a few gems because you need money to make this whole business credit thing happen, guys. It's business. Where's the money come from? Where's the money come to pay the debt while you're trying to build an 80 paydex score? You got to have a job or a side hustle or something. So what you do is you invest in yourself. You kind of speed the process up and go get certified in whatever it is that you do. Try to get yourself promoted at the job. That way you're making more money and you're speeding up the process. But you first have to balance the checkbook. You have to keep yourself on the budget. Don't go out and try to be Instagram famous and buy and waste money on all this stuff just for likes. Be smart with it. Because life, in actuality, is a business. Hey, I hope this has helped you guys. Like I said, I wanted to sidestep the business credit stuff and just talk to you a little bit and give you some hot tips, or some gems as they call it, on how you can increase your income while you're working and while you're trying to work yourself out of the 9 to 5. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, where I spill the business credit tea for free daily. And I'll see you on the next video. Success to you.